Hi there, this is Michael, High Power Garage. Well, it's been a while since we've done a video, so I guess it's time for a bit of an update. We haven't got a ton done, but what we'll do is we will just take Mr. Camera off our tripod and we will do a tour of what we got so far. So, here we go. Here again, sorry for the crappy camera action. We have Mr. Transmission out. That was a bit of a bear. We've cleaned up all the engine bay. We've got our funky motor mounts in for our Cummins. We got that one done. We've cleaned up all the engine bay as best we can, painted it with a good old Thermoclad paint. We should probably get some sponsorship from Thermoclad as we use that stuff like it's going out of style. So those are all in there. The bolts. So the reason we did these bolts like this upside down basically was that it was really incredibly tough to try. I couldn't get the nuts on from underneath, but I was able to just take a magnet, push these up, cinch them down. Once I got them cinched down, then I was able to get a wrench on it to torque them down. Same with this side. This side was a little tiny bit easier just because the motor mounts, if you see how much gap there is between here and here, and then the difference between here and here, there's a bit of an offset. We've done a paint line here. That little silver tab shows the offset of the engine. So this would be approximately center of the truck, and this is the 2.5 inch offset. So instead of us going and we don't want to pound the firewall here. We think that's not really a good way to go. So we did some research and we've come across some information that suggests that if we do a body lift of 2 inches, we don't need to pound the firewall. And that also makes a lot more room for everything else underneath here. So we've cleaned this all up. This is what we got so far. We got the exhaust ripped out, trannies out, transfer cases out. There's Mr. Transmission. There's Mr. Transfer Case, all greased up. We came across another one of these. So we picked that guy up. We're going to get it running and probably sell it, hopefully make a couple bucks. This guy is ready to go. We are ready to rock and roll. This runs as it is. You can see the little shorty video we did on that. Yes, the garage is an absolute disaster. We finally got our turbocharger rebuilt. So let's do a little walk through the shop here. And we'll look at the turbocharger. So the original engine I bought actually came with a totally pounded out H1C. This guy right here. So we were able to take it all apart, clean it all up, paint it. Got some really cool Kubota gray paint from when we had a tractor. We got this guy all working real nice, a little smooth. It's got some oil in there so it's not too speedy at running, but it does spin freely. We got it balance matched to the lines that it had from original. And yeah, that's going to be our secondary test one. We picked up a spare VE pump, or a VP, yeah, VE pump. These are VE pumps, right? The early 89 to 93 P pump. We still got this guy in waiting. That's going to be for swap number 2. We picked up a 12 valve international head. Looks like a good head, got a couple of bolts broken off it. We got to clean up. We got a block for sale. Here's our very interesting Cummins engine mount that turns over. So this is a great little setup. I bought this when I bought the other engine, and this is a slack adjuster off a semi-truck. So that slack adjuster acts, I should probably do a video on this on its own, because this is a really cheap and effective way to get a really easy to turn over turny wheel, turntable, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, it works great. A little jerky, but it still works great. What else have we got going on? So we still got our truck up on the blocks. Go back to our mount here. Turn ourselves around. Super nice, bright, sunny day today. Good old Maple Ridge, BC. We joined the BC OBS Club. Getting some posts and some information. We still have to do our Dana 60 swap on the front. Debating whether to do that before or after. Because yeah, this has just been the project of projects. The motor out, the tranny out, the transfer case out, cleaned her all up. Lots of research. We're starting to get a bit expensive on parts and bits. So because we're dealing with Canadian dollars, you basically got to add about 30%. I mean, if you do the conversion from American to Canadian, it's like 35%. So $300 item is almost $500. So the motor mounts came in at $500, and then when I came across the border, there was another $50 in tax. I picked up another factory Ford Cummins adapter, so Cummins to Ford E4OD diesel transmission adapter. I got that off of Gunner in Colorado. Real good guy. Basically that was another $300 and something plus another $50 at the border, so that came in at another $550. That's just for 2 parts. So by the time we got our engine with our motor mounts, all the little bits and everything else, we're dealing with yeah, the numbers are getting a little big. So I just got a transmission guy out in the valley is going to build me up a transmission, giving me a deal at $2,500. I know that's not too crazy, but it's all the latest and greatest, totally updated. Good for probably around 650 horsepower. I'm not going to be pushing that. I'm only going to be pushing about 300 horsepower. Maybe a little less than that. We also think I might have a hydro boost kicking around in my pile of parts that I have. So if I end up doing a hydro boost, I'm going to do a little video on that too. So we're going to we were looking at that last night, the whole issue around hydro boost. So we're going to pull out the vacuum assist. A little too bright and sunny, you can't really see that. So we're going to pull out the vacuum booster, pull out this, and then if we can go with a hydro boost, that'll be a really nice upgrade, because from everything I've read, hydro boosts are really the way to go. My my Chevy Astrovan out there on the street, little Astrovans, they have hydro boosts in them. Go figure, eh? So we're not totally unfamiliar with them, and yeah, that's going to be our next little project. So Michael, High Power Garage, just as Cummins swap update, and over and out. Cool.